Hello and welcome everyone to Women's Speakers Association's WSA-TV Premier Show. Today we have an incredible topic. I'm Laura Rubenstein. I'm the producer and host today of our show where women of influence and impact are inspiring global transformation. And the transformation we're up to today is reframing your life and your health. Wow. And I'm super excited because we have experts who are going to share how to do this. So let's go say hi to them. Hi, Dee Dee.
Hi, Laura. Thanks so much for having me. I'm Dee Vicino. I am in Fort Collins, Colorado. I am a food allergy management expert and consultant. I am also the founder of Aller Cuisine, and we have just published a cookbook a couple of months ago, Top 19 for 2019, and we have our 30 minutes or less recipe book coming out very soon. And I'm just really eager to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yum. Sounds great. Thanks for being here. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks.
Great. Well, I'm Diane Forster, and I live in San Diego, California, and I'm an intentional living expert. And I'm also the founder of I Have Today and author of I Have Today, Find Your Passion, Purpose, and Smile Finally.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here. It's a great topic.
Yeah, it is a great topic because both of you are reframing experts to empower people's lives. And I know in the area of health and food, your book is an example, Dee Dee, you help people reframe. So tell us, what advice do you have for people on how to reframe their health?
Well, I think it can be really challenging when you're first diagnosed with food allergies or another kind of food intolerance or food issue, and really frustrating in a scary, scary environment because honestly, your life is on the line. And I think it's important for people to understand and to really believe that the transition and the transformation doesn't have to be that difficult. It's with just a few easy tweaks, some organization, some clear understanding, some fabulous recipes, you can be well on your way and manage your life with food allergies or intolerances very, very easily. Not rocket science, but you don't know what you don't know. So we're here to help you learn and grow.
And where would you say people should start first?
Oh my gosh, that is such a great question, Laura. First you have to start within. You have to accept this diagnosis and know that it is not going to adversely affect your life if you get ahead of it, if you take control of it. So the first thing I would do is absolutely have a very detailed conversation with your immunologist. Find a coach who can help walk you through this because there are a lot of Facebook groups out there and there's a lot of chatter, and some of it is wonderful and helpful, and some of them it's just muddy and it gets in the way. So you really have to start here, take control, and start your journey with experts that can really help you through this.
And would you agree that some people have allergies and they don't even know it?
Not only would I agree with it, but all of the data suggests it. Right now, we have the numbers 250 million people worldwide have food allergies. Approximately 32 million of those people are here in the United States, which comes out to about 1 in 10 adults that we know of, and 1 in 13 children that we know of. A lot of time people aren't aware that they have food allergies. They think they just have a food intolerance, and it can be really serious. So getting diagnosed is very, very important if you're having issues with food.
Right. So if it's 1 in 10, more people can use a reframe to their health. In general, is there a guideline you recommend for people in terms of being more healthy, that if they might be 1 in 10, but they might not be? What's a good rule of thumb?
I think a good rule of thumb is sticking to natural foods. Try to stay away from genetically modified foods if you can. If something bothers you, obviously stay away from that. Most people are very sensitive to dairy and to wheat. So keeping those as minimums to your diet is very important. There are so many amazing, incredible alternatives out there that people think, oh my gosh, I can't live without wheat. Oh my gosh, I can't live without milk. You can. You absolutely can. And I promise you, you will live better without those products. And I don't want to say anything bad against the dairy industry because I'm an ice cream fanatic. Love, love, love. But bringing those things to a minimum, finding alternatives that our bodies digest easier, and reframing your thinking around that natural foods, foods that work with your body, foods that your body knows what to do with, that's where you need to go.
Wow, well, that's some of this is radically new information for people, and thank you for being so positive about it and for letting us know that it's something we need to look into, and we'll continue to follow you for that as well. I want to hop over to Diane now, and hi, Diane, you help people reframe their life. So tell us what advice you have for people in, and why they would want to do it and where they'd start.
Well, I love this. I love so many things that Dee Dee said too. So I'm going to piggyback on some of them. Change does happen fast. It doesn't have to be hard. Here's the key. What I've learned and where I work with people is everything starts in the mind. It's the mindset that creates the perception and our reality. So while we live in this great, big, beautiful world, the only world that really matters is the one that we perceive. So where I start with people is going within, just like Dee Dee does with the health, but it's the same thing with the mindset, and understanding that it's your thoughts that are creating your feelings, which is creating your language, which is creating your outcomes in your life. So the first place I start with is creating awareness around that. What am I saying? What am I thinking? What am I attracting into my life based on my beliefs? So that's definitely the first place where we start, is right there. And those come in, from birth to 8 years old. 85% of our limiting beliefs are already anchored in our subconscious mind. So a lot of that imprinting happened unbeknownst to us. It's not our fault. I tell everyone it's not your fault. But you are the one that has the power to change that. And we start with awareness.
Oh, and when we become aware, we can make choices to do things like what?
Well, so this is so beautiful about reframing, because I don't believe in removing. And again, like Dee Dee said, with health, it's about replacing. So you want to replace one habit, one word with another word, one emotion with another desired emotion. And so where I start is, I believe that there are 6 key words. If you got these words out of your life and replace them with other words, massive transformation would happen. Like miracles. I see it all the time. I just love it, and seeing the change in people with it. So that's where I start.
And you said these 6 words.
Yes.
Can you refresh us on those?
Worry with wonder, doubt with determination, trepidation with trust, fear with faith, anxiety with anticipation, and struggle with surrender. And learning how to reframe those words, instead of saying, I worry that I'm not going to be able to pay the rent, or I worry that my kids aren't going to be okay, or any of that. Instead, replace that with, I wonder if my kids are okay. I wonder if they have everything they need. I wonder if my day is going to run smoothly. I wonder. It's a very different way of thinking, and see how different that energy is. And so it is, language is man-made. And this was something that I learned from Zig Ziglar. And what the story was, really quickly, I was listening to him, and he said, do you know that there are no reported cases of any American Indians who stutter? And the reason why is, in their language, they don't have a word for stutter. So it doesn't exist. So the light bulb went off, and I said, well, what if I take out language in my life that I don't want to have in it anymore? How much different would my life would it be? And oh my gosh, Laura, the floodgates opened up. But these are the top 6 where I start. I could do a week-long seminar on this, on reframing this language, but those 6 words, removing them and replacing them with those others, that reframing, magic will show up in your life.
And that's the magic of today's show, is the reframe, considering you have the power to create your life the way you want, and your health the way you really desire.
Yes.
Both of you have such brilliant wisdom. I mean, just in the words we use and the foods we put in our mouth and the choices we make around that, we have the power. And that's what I'm taking away from you both today, is not only do we have the power, but you have the power tools to make that like easier. A lot easier. I mean, it's just a thought, though. It's just a word. It's just a food choice. We can make it easy, and we can reframe our life and our health. And so I'm seeing a lot of hearts here on Facebook, and thank you everyone for being here, Desiree and Cheryl. And I want to get to know both of you a little bit better because you have such expertise. So tell us a little bit more about who you are, who do you work with, and what do you do, Dee Dee?
I work with families of newly diagnosed children with food allergies or newly diagnosed adults with food allergies. I also work with schools and hospitals and business organizations so that they can structure their organization to make sure that the employees or students that they have who are struggling with food allergies and other food issues are safe in the workplace, safe at school, and safe in the hospitals. Hospitals can be scary places, believe it or not, for people with food allergies. So we kind of run the gamut, focusing more on those higher levels, the hospitals and the schools, and then working one-on-one with families who are newly diagnosed. And it's been a journey. It's been quite a journey. It's exciting. And just last February, I was in Florida training I live in Fort Collins, but I was in Florida working with teachers there. And a lot of the teachers there, they had children of their own with food allergies. They had students with food allergies, and they didn't really think they needed to talk to me. They were very sweet and kind, but they were like, well, I already know about food allergies. I really don't, this isn't going to be very helpful or useful to me. And as we went through the presentation, as we went through the workshop, as we started having conversations, they realized how much they really didn't know about food allergies. And oh my gosh, their classroom wasn't nearly as safe for the children with food allergies that were in there as they thought it was or that it could be. So it was a kind of an aha moment for them. And it was really, really enlightening for me to sit down and talk to them and watch that light bulb go off and say, oh, what else do I need to do? What can I do? And then we can have a really honest conversation about how to structure their classrooms to keep those kids safe, keep everybody happy.
Well, knowledge is power, and you're giving them that knowledge to take that and the inspiration to take action on that. And Diane, you help them reframe so they can take the action, and definitely would empower them to do what Dee Dee is suggesting, because it's not always easy. Would you agree?
Oh, it's not always easy. And here's the thing, change happens in a moment. The moment you decide to make a change, that's when change happens. But where it falls off is we need a few other things. We need the commitment, we need the momentum, and we need the belief, because that's where the lasting permanent change comes in, by you implementing this and keeping the momentum going. That's how you have permanent positive change in your life. And so, yes, so it is.
Yeah. So tell us who you work with and how you help them. Yeah.
Yes. So I work with predominantly women, 40s on up, 40s, 50s, 60s, typically, who are in transition. They're going through the next round of reinvention in their lives, whether it's career, whether it's empty nesters, whether it's divorce, whatever it is they want in and many of them have had trauma in their life, and many of them have not. They've just been living in mediocrity, but they're feeling that pull and that calling, like they want to live more purposefully and have more passion in their lives, but they don't know how. They have limiting beliefs. They don't even know all the beautiful facets of the diamond that they are. And so I help pull that out of them. And I've helped rebrand and reinvent so many women who we take whatever they've done in their life, evaluate those skill sets and their loves and their passions, and I build and create unique brands and businesses for them. So yes,
I have a story about how you've done that.
I do. One of my beautiful clients is a woman who spent most of her life in the mortgage and real estate business. And she was a single mom for many years and went through a lot of trauma. There was a lot of narcissism and abuse in her life, and a lot of disempowering things happened to her. And she wanted to take everything that happened to her and really teach other women and empower them. So we did a lot of work. What I do with my clients is I create personalized mantra meditations for them. So I take all their pain and suffering, trauma from the past, and then what are their goals, dreams, and desires? And even if they don't know them, I pull it out of them, and I create it in an audio recording for them, which reprograms those limiting beliefs and creates new positive neural pathways. So all of a sudden, they feel better. They're more inspired. They can dream big. And so we built her a beautiful brand where she's now a bold life changer, coaching women and helping women to do the same thing. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. And the transformation with her happened in like 4 months. So here again, change can happen fast once you decide that you want to do it and then you commit to it and you keep consistent with the momentum. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you
Yeah.
both for the work you do. You are so inspiring, and those words are life-changing from both of you that inspire the actions, the thoughts and the actions that change people's lives. That's what we love doing here at Women Speakers Association, is bringing your light into the world. And so I was wondering, both of you have chosen to be premier members here at Women Speakers Association. Wondering how that's working for you. What is the value that Women Speakers Association is for you? Dee Dee, you want to share?
Sure. Thanks, Laura. Laura had said earlier before we went on, no matter what happens today, it's going to be perfect. I lost my pretty picture. It went back to the television, but it doesn't matter because it's all going to be perfect. So I do apologize for that. But Women Speakers Association has provided for me a resource where I can go and I can learn and I can interact with other powerful women and help me, guide me on this journey. They've given me a platform on which to profile my speaking skills and a wonderful opportunity to be a part of a new book, The Voices of the 21st Century, and really, really excited about being a contributing author to that, and forums like this, and really learning how to hone my skills. So very thankful for Women's Speakers Association.
Well, thank you, Dee Dee, in all your glory here and all the things you give us back too as well. And Diane, how about you? What is the value you see that Women Speakers Association is?
Well, the Women Speakers Association, what I love about it is the level of collaboration and support this community has through multiple platforms, this show being a perfect example of it. And again, all of the resources and all of the extras that are available. And we're all here to support each other because a rising tide raises all ships. And by us supporting each other in this way, we're all able to elevate and get our message out to the masses, which only creates more transformation in the world. So I just love the energy and I love the community that is a part of WSA.
Oh, you said it so beautifully. If you want to be a part of the rising tide of Women Speakers Association, rise with us, join us. Join us at joinwsa.com. You can get and do what Diane and Dee Dee have done and become a premier member, get the visibility, start getting the support you need to bring your message out in the world as you're ready. Resources and visibility opportunities are here for you. If you want to put your toe in the water, we also have a speaker success plan that will guide you step by step through the first stages of getting out there in the world and then let you know what you need to do next. So join us at joinwsa.com. This has been a fabulous show, ladies. Thank you so much. Diane and Dee Dee, thank you to our viewers, Lola and Lori and Cindy and Robin and Lisa. Thank you so much. Lisa was cheering us on, saying she loves this topic. We will be back with you next week with another episode of Women Speakers Association's WSA-TV Premier Show, the show where women of impact and influence are inspiring global transformation. Bye for now.
Bye, Laura. Thanks so much. Bye, Denise.